In this lesson, I will show you how do you create a rectangle by using rectangle tool inside the sketch. So first I will take a simple plane. I will take front plane, and inside this I will create a rectangle by using rectangle tool. You will get that rectangle tool under this sketch tab from here. And also, before I do anything, if I go to this drop down menu of this rectangle, you will see there are total 5 category of rectangle is available. So if I select this, and if I go to this drop down menu, you will see this first one is selected, corner rectangle. So this rectangle is selected. Now I will go to this second tab, properties tab, and inside this tab you will see rectangle type. There are total 5 category. So first one is corner rectangle. So here it is showing 1 and 2 with the green mark. That means you have to use 2 corner to make the rectangle. So this is my first corner and second corner, and this is my rectangle is done. I can use another starting corner. I mean, if I use the top corner and going to the bottom one, this is also okay. Then if you want to make the rectangle from the center, you can use this rectangle. This is called center rectangle. So you have to select the center point. You can see 1, 2. That means you have to use 2 points to make this rectangle, and you have to start from the center. So I will select my center, and this is my rectangle is done. The next category of rectangle is 3-point corner rectangle. So you have to use 3 points to make this rectangle, and you have to use 3 corner to make this rectangle. So I will select this category. Then I will select my first corner, second corner, third corner. Again, first, second, third. Any 3 corner I have to use to make this rectangle. The next rectangle type is 3-point center rectangle. That means I have to start from the center, but I have to use 3 points. 1, 2, 3, which you can see from here. This is my center, which I have to define first. 1, 2, and 3. Again, I am doing 1, 2, 3. The last category of rectangle type is parallelogram. I will select 3 corner, but I can add angle in this rectangle. So I will select my first 2 point. Then now I do not need to make the straight perpendicular to this line. I can make it angle. That's why they called it parallelogram. I am doing this again. 1, 2, and 3. This is very easy to create the rectangle. Inside the rectangle, you will see inside this rectangle there are some construction geometries available, but in some of them does not have the construction geometry. Why is that? So let's say if I try to create this one, you will see this has some construction geometry, but if I try to create this first one, there is no construction geometry. But if you want, you can add the construction geometry inside this. How? So this is already selected. You can see there is one option, add construction line. If I select this, and also there is 2 different options. So I will make this one, this corner rectangle, but this is added the construction line which is from corner to corner. But if you want, you can also use from midpoint. So from midpoint to midpoint also available. So if I make from this corner rectangle, this will add the construction geometry which is from midpoint to midpoint. If I select the second option, this is just only 2 options is available, from corner and from midpoint, the same thing. Now the difference between these 2 is you have to start this from corner and you have to start from this center. So if you select it again, make it again, you will see this is started from center, but if I use the corner with the midpoint add construction geometry, this will start from the corner. This is the difference between these 2. The same thing, same geometry you can add if you select this 3-point corner rectangle, add construction geometry, same thing, 2 different options. So you can add this construction geometry to any rectangle type if you want. After making the full rectangle, if you want to make full rectangle as a construction geometry, you can also do that. If I select this is my corner rectangle type. I don't need to add construction geometry. If I go to the bottom, there is no option available, but let's say I created this, all this line is selected, this is rectangle is selected. At this point, if I go to the bottom, you will see there is one option called for construction. If I select this, Now you can see this rectangle, full rectangle is a construction geometry. So you can define your full rectangle as a construction geometry.